Hi everybody and welcome back. Today I'm here to talk about climate change because I have seen too much stuff on the news recently about it, and I want to kind of give my 2 cents on it because I've looked into it for probably 10 years of my life now. I know that would put me at a young age, but I've kind of been interested in this for a long time. So Philadelphia today, in about an hour, is holding a climate strike in the city. It's meant to strike at the climate summit happening in New York City in a couple of days, and people want to get the point across that they are taking climate change very seriously, and that's great. That's really great. But I've looked at their goals and they don't really add up, in my personal opinion. So I figure I'd go over them here and give my 2 cents on them. Number one, 100% renewable energy by 2030. Not possible. Just gonna say that now. It's not possible to run this nation on solar and wind fields only because of how much landmass you would need to run the nation on. You would need the entirety of the West Coast from California to Washington all to be solar panels and wind field, and that's just not gonna happen. I'm sorry, but no one's going to okay that cost and that allowance of land to make that happen. It's people live there, work there, go to school there, do all that good stuff. You can't do that. You can't do it anywhere because they live and work and go to school across the nation. Number two, no new fossil fuel projects. I agree with that one. Continue with the ones you have. Don't make more. Very easy, basic idea that I can get behind. Number three, a just transition to a renewable economy. This goes back to the first point. You can't do that within a very short amount of time. That's like taking a car that was in a very like an 80-degree garage and driving it out into negative 4-degree weather. Your windshield's gonna crack. Your windows are gonna crack. Your mirror's gonna like you're gonna have so much just problems because you're rushing it. You're not thinking it through, coming up with a good plan on how to make this stuff work. You're rushing it, so you're just pushing it out as fast as you can. You're not thinking about the cost. You're not thinking about the people you're gonna hurt. You're not thinking about the consequences of what you're doing. Now goes on to my next point, and a lot of presidential candidates are saying how we need to switch to electric cars. This blows my mind that people are getting behind this like it's a solid idea that it's going to stop cars and it's going to get rid of all the pollution from them. And you understand that there are only a couple fully electric cars on the planet. The rest are hybrids, which still require gasoline. They just run on battery for a short while and then run on gas after that. But in order to make a battery in a car, in order to make them, you need lithium. Lithium is it's a limited resource. You don't have an unlimited amount of it. So you need to continually make more, mine more, collect more, pollute more, because that's what mining and factories do. They pollute, and making the lithium and making batteries makes that pollution continue to grow. And I've read somewhere before, and I don't have the source, and I don't know if it's 100% true, but the reason I'm telling you it because I believe it to be true, considering the source is a manufacturer that makes a hybrid. In order to make a battery that goes into a car, to make it a hybrid, or to make it fully electric, which takes, I think it's 3 batteries. In order to make that battery, you need to mine and collect the lithium and then make the battery. Well, to make that kind of engine compared to an internal combustion fossil fuel running engine, it's about making 20 of those gasoline guzzling cars makes one electric car. About. I don't know if it's 100% true, but I do know it came from a manufacturer who makes the cars, so I doubt they would lie about that. It's an argument against electric cars, so I really do doubt that people will lie. What you do in this case is you instead make water collectors. The oceans are huge, and if the icebergs are melting, as we have been told many times they are, there's more water going into the ocean to raise that ocean level that everyone's so worried about. Make water collectors and reclaimers and get that water and put it in your cars. This is actually a thing that people are trying to work on. It's a hydrogen car. The car runs on hydrogen. Now, I don't know exactly how all of the details of how it works, but I do know that it takes H2O and it eats H2, which is hydrogen. It consumes the hydrogen to run the car, and it outputs oxygen, which is already in the atmosphere, which is already on this planet, which is gonna get consumed by something living. So why not take the thing that's already on the planet, which is a whole lot of water, these factories can produce energy from that water as well. So then you have, water plants that make energy and make your cars run. That gets rid of two sources of pollutants for a huge net gain in terms of climate control. I'm sorry. My bad. So, because electric cars, they give you a very little net gain for every one that you make because of how much energy it takes to get lithium and how much pollutants that causes. So it blows my mind that you want this instant paradigm shift that if you snap like that, then you're not thinking about it, and it's going to become exorbitantly expensive and completely you would not be thinking at that point. You would just be doing it because it sounds. You won't be thinking at that point. You'd be doing it because it sounds good. And that's a shame. It's a real shame. Climate change is a big deal, and it's something I do take seriously. As I said, I've been looking at this for about 10 years now, and it makes me mad seeing these people go on TV and spout nonsense ways to stop it. Because the truth is, hydrogen cars are way more, environmentally friendly. You can make power from fusion reactors, nuclear reactors, or these water plants I was talking about, which are way more environmentally friendly than coal plants and all that good stuff. If you get past the nuclear waste and the fusion waste, which you have to. I mean, these are the things that are going to push us forward in the long run. You can't be scared of every little thing, because everything that we do does damage the world in some way, but we have to minimize that damage. And I do believe that is our responsibility, but we have to do it in a smart and efficient way instead of throwing enough crap at the wall and hoping something sticks. So I hope you guys like this video, and if you leave your thoughts, your comments down below, and I will easily hold a discussion with you about everything I've talked about in this video. And please leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe to the channel down below, and I hope you guys have a lovely rest of the day. Bye.